If you haven't spent your Christmas money yet, you need new sounds. Check out the first 2018 edition of Record Sundays on January 21st at Peg Beer Co. Come hang with Eye and Ear Control, Eat 'em Up Records, Dub Ditch Records, and Electric Heat Records, and soak up the sounds of the underground.
You're listening to Garbage Hill, Winnipeg's first podcast network.
Welcome to Witchpolice Radio. I'm the irregular host Sam. I'm here with irregular co-host Ryan, and we're here with Sean from Possessed Records and many other projects.
Yeah,
which I guess we'll get into over the course of this. But yeah, thanks for having us.
No worries.
Thanks
for having me on.
Yeah, for sure. It's always cool to see people starting labels locally because, well, for a lot of reasons. But I mean, it's every time you see a new one, it's like, yeah, someone's doing this. Someone is actually someone wants to help get the word out there, right, about what people are doing. So. Yeah. How long has this actually been a label for? Like, what's the history of it?
I think about 2 years.
Okay.
Sort of. Kind of started slowly. Like, pretty much started like I was making tapes for my bands, like without a label or whatever.
Yeah.
And then originally I just like kind of like made the label as a joke, kind of just like throw people off.
Was it just to like put something on your tapes? Like,
yeah, we made these disillusion tapes, and I just kind of wanted to make people think we got signed.
Right, yeah.
And then, but like, people figured out it was me right away, and then I just kept doing it, I guess.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So is it, a tape obviously is a big part of it. We're looking at a big pile of tapes here that you've done.
Yeah.
Have you always been a fan of tapes? Because this is a question that, like, it does seem to come up a lot, what formats people listen to. I mean, I can tell based on this room we're in, you got CDs, you got vinyl, you got tapes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're probably a big physical media guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not also, but... like, had you always been listening to tapes and it just seemed like the natural format?
Yeah, my old car had a tape player.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of when I really started getting into tapes.
Makes
and
sense.
I listen to, like, hardcore and stuff, and it always seems to be, like...
Yeah.
One hardcore, like...
It's one of those genres that, like, stuck with tapes, right? Yeah.
So
tapes was just, like, a natural, obvious, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Cool. No, it's good. I mean, yeah, and like I'm wearing a Dub Ditch shirt too here. There's lots of like little labels starting up that are doing tape switches.
Yeah, they're kind of like easy to do, cheap. And you can,
Well, anyone
can do them really cheap or do them nice.
And then vinyl is the complete opposite of that.
Yeah.
Where it's hard to do. You got to wait a long time. It's expensive.
Yeah.
And so have you just had the one release on vinyl so far? Or?
Yeah. And I don't know if I'll do another one for a while.
Yeah.
It's pretty expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just like cost only, or is it just a hassle like on top of that too?
Mostly just cost, I'd say. For what I did like 100, and basically, like what I'm selling them for is cost.
Right.
So if I did like 300, they'd be cheap, but it's like no way I could.
Well, just to afford that. Yeah, for sure.
So I was like, because I just did the occult hand, and it was, I'm in the band, so I really wanted to try it.
Get yourself on vinyl.
Yeah, like I just wanted to have it for myself.
Okay.
So.
Well, I don't want to dwell too much on the format thing because obviously the point of talking to you guys really is like the music that's on these tapes and on these records and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I guess you were mentioning before we started that you're in most of the bands on your releases. So I guess can you give us just a bit of background on what your history is in the scene? Like as far as what bands you played in and what bands you're in now?
So I guess I started playing in a hardcore band called Oppressor. And then pretty much from that, like half of us became disillusioned.
Okay.
Just kind of did a bit more stuff. And I think like Brandon was a singer that he was in Pout.
Yeah, and he's been on, he talked a little bit. Yeah.
So, and then, what else am I in? Then I started a Cult Hand. And then at some point I started this band called Joyride, which is Alex from Elder Abuse.
Okay.
And then that's kind of how I ended up being in Elder Abuse.
Right.
And then from that we started the band called Nice Cops.
Okay.
And then I played in a band called Ceilings, which is kind of the other half of Oppressor that didn't start Disillusioned. And what else am I in? Oh, Hot Sewer. I played bass in that. And
cool.
then I played bass in a hardcore band called Locked In. And I think that's it.
I feel like this is like a micro version of the whole Winnipeg scene in general.
Yeah.
Where it's just the most incestuous thing ever. Everyone's in each other's bands, but I think you're in like 20 of them based on this. Like,
Yeah, I made a bubble map one time for my girlfriend.
Yeah.
She asked me for one.
Of like what the connections were? Or
Yeah, just like who was in my bands, too.
Yeah.
I was getting confused all the time. Because there's like 3 Joshes in between a bunch of them.
Right, yeah. I guess, yeah, you have the right age group, you have the same name repeating over and over
Yeah.
again. Yeah. I remember a few years ago, I don't know if you remember this, but I can't remember who was doing it, but someone was trying to put together a big, massive chart of all the bands in Winnipeg, past and present.
Who's been in what?
And who's been in what.
That sounds like just nonsense.
And I think they had, I could be wrong, I couldn't go to it, but I think they had like a meeting where they had a big thing of paper out, and they just got a bunch of people to come, and I was like, well, I wanted to do it because I had a bunch of information, and just map out as much as they could. I don't know where this was, like it's long enough ago now that I forget about it, but
I would like that to be a thing.
I would love that to be a thing. It would be super cool. But how do you maintain something like that? You have to be a website.
Yeah,
you'd have to do
people
online
are constantly updating who they're now playing with.
Yeah. Because I mean, even like just take you for example, right? Look how many different, if we're doing like the Kevin Bacon game, basically with local bands, like you got so many different directions just yourself, and then each one of those bands has, and it's almost impossible. Like, what's the criteria for choosing which band is worth actually including?
Well, yeah, it's kind of a dinkish way to put it, but.
Well, someone's got to...
Yeah,
somebody's got to
it would almost
be not
never
worthy.
end.
Yeah. Like, I mean, there's some shitty band that I was in for a week when I was 20. Does that count?
Well, I don't. But then, what if those people have gone to?
That's what I mean, right? Yeah. If those people got into better bands, then it counts, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoever made that, just get in touch with me. I want to hear about it. I want to see the finished or unfinished product. But yeah,
you need like the dot matrix paper from the old printers. Right? You'd have to lay it all out, and it would be a hell of a maybe like some good old crank or something, and just make a weekend out of it. Yeah.
Crank Weekend. So,
Crank Weekend flowchart.
Yeah. Sounds like a good band name, actually. Is the label focused mainly on like hardcore metal, heavier stuff, or is that just kind of based on what you've been in?
Well, at first I was like kind of doing, whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, it started, I guess, kind of hardcore because that was what I was in. But then I did like this Joyride is kind of like, emo or whatever.
Okay.
And then Elder Abuse obviously is not hardcore.
No, it's like
so this is kind of like the last thing I put that's kind of softer on Possessed Records.
Okay.
But then I kind of basically Zach from Boys Club, like he made this acoustic
Sawyer,
thing.
Yeah,
and then he asked me if I wanted to make tapes, and I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, I do, but I was like, oh, I can't put this on Possessed Records. It's too soft. So then I kind of forked it, and then I made a second label.
Okay.
Called Little Cowboy Records. And then, so, right now it's just Sawyer and Boys Club that I put out on that so far.
Okay. And is that are you hoping to do more like that, or is...
Yeah, so I'm just kind of like, because I kind of want to keep Possessed, like, more heavy stuff.
Yeah, well, the name definitely suggests, for sure.
Yeah, so...
No, that's cool. Eventually you have enough sub-labels. You just start off like a country label. No, it's neat to see that, though, because I think that a lot of people... I mean, obviously, the hardcore scene, as far as tapes go, it's been kind of constant. That's been constant in the format, but... I think a lot of people, I mean, we've seen this on the show before too, a lot of bands will kind of expect to get something put out on vinyl immediately, or they'll sink like a shit ton of money into their band before it's even played a show. And they'll be like, oh, we have these fancy t-shirts, and we have like this, like, big flag on behind the stage as their logo on and stuff. When they could be just, and then it takes 3 years for the CD to get out because they're too busy trying to do it all this, super glossy pro sort of way, when you could really
dubbing tapes
yourself and putting so it's nice. It's always nice to see tapes because they have like a weird comeback where it seems like some people are super into them, but a lot of people are still completely resistant.
Yeah.
To them. Has that
I don't know if it's resistant, but I don't own a tape player anymore. Right. But for me, having a physical copy of something is super important.
My main deterrent is people are like, oh, this is cool, but I don't have a tape player. So I kind of thought of bringing Walkmans to shows.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, but I think I'm kind of maybe going to move more towards CDs though, because I made CDs for a cult hand.
Yeah.
And I made like 50 of them, and they just went super quick.
Those are the ones people
want to buy.
I was
like, whoa.
That's all right.
Yeah. People like records too, but they are more expensive. Yeah. A bit of an investment.
Yeah, they are.
Tapes are still a physical copy of something. They still have something I can hold and read. And then so long as I can still find it online, it seems like a thing that's useful for me to purchase still.
Yeah.
So just to support the band kind of thing?
Yeah. Still something that goes on the bookshelf or whatever, the box next to the record crate. I should maybe just get a tape deck.
You should just get a tape
Go
deck.
to the Urban Outfitters and buy a boom box.
That's probably going to sound like garbage, that one, but yeah.
But yeah, like, and these, I put download cards and all that.
Yeah,
right.
see?
So it's like if I put it on Bandcamp, it's like $5 to download it, but it's $5 to buy it. So like, I don't know why people would just buy it just to have.
Right. Well, I mean, now you get the liner notes and stuff too.
Yeah,
you get
exactly. So I'm trying to make it
stuff.
like a cool memento.
Yeah,
Never trying to make them kind of like limited too and stuff. But
that's cool.
yeah.
Jamming in the morning, jamming in the afternoon, jamming in the evening. Yeah, that's all we do. Jamming in the morning, jamming in the afternoon, jamming in the evening. Yeah, that's all we do. Drinking beers under the sun. Getting fucked up listening to our favorite songs. Wake up and start again. Wake up and start again. Jamming in the morning, jamming in the afternoon, jamming in the evening. Yeah, that's all we do. Jamming in the morning, jamming in the afternoon, jamming in the evening. Yeah, that's all we do. Drinking beers under the sun. Getting fucked up listening to our favorite songs. Wake up and start again. Wake up and start again. Jamming in the morning, jamming in the afternoon, jamming in the evening. Yeah, that's all we do. Jamming in the morning, jamming in the afternoon, jamming in the evening. Yeah, that's all we do. Wake up and start again. Wake up and start again. Wake up and start again. Wake up and start again.
Have you had any people who have like gotten into tapes or went and bought a tape deck because of this, like because of some of your bands, or
Not that I know of.
because I mean that was the goal, right?
That would be cool.
That would be really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I guess it's hard. I mean, I just never got rid of my tape deck, so
Yeah.
tapes are fine. But I guess a lot of people.
I had one before the girlfriend before the ex-girlfriend. I don't know. I had one at some point.
Right.
Then I moved out and I no longer
Never,
had one.
yeah.
Or a record collection.
Right.
So she kept all of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You started rebuilding though.
Yeah. I started rebuilding, but I don't. It was like an all-in-one tape, dual tape deck, so I could dub and turntable from like '84. I think my mom bought it.
Yeah.
And now I don't have a tape deck on my turntable.
We'll go buy one.
Well, okay, tell me. I'm not floating around in highfalutin tape deck money.
I don't think that you need a highfalutin tape deck money. It's like Valley Village tape deck money.
Oh shit!
Like $4.99.
All right, let's do that. Yeah,
Probably good.
yeah.
Probably
Maybe
good.
there's a thrift store by one of my jobs.
There you go.
There's a thrift store by both of my jobs.
Tape deck.
All right, tape deck. It's happening.
Right on.
All
I'm
right.
going to ask you about this next week.
Yeah, good. It's been a good. Yeah, it's a good night already.
You've decided to get a tape deck.
I'm going to buy a tape deck.
Right on.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Okay. So as far as producing the tapes goes, I mean, are you doing these by hand dubbing them, or?
No, like they're all pro dubbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't. Be
Just 'cause the
bothered with
time
that.
commitment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like actually, like this tape, like this isn't on the label.
Okay.
But it's a band playing. Like we hand dubbed them, and it was a nightmare.
Yeah, for sure. I've tried it before, and it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and my one friend in the band, like he did it, and he had to listen to each one because he only had one tape deck.
Yeah.
And it was like it's pretty short, but it's like 12 minutes. But he
Make
he
sure
made like
yeah.
13 of them, and it took forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, where'd you get the blank tapes from for that?
Do you know that band Wolf's Blood? It's like an old hardcore band.
I'm not sure. The name sounds
Anyway,
really familiar, but
we got it from, he got them from one of the guys from
Okay.
that. So half of this tape is actually Wolf's Blood's demo.
they just taped over.
Well, no, it's like one half is like
Oh, I
our
see.
band, and then the
Yeah.
other half is like Wolf's Blood.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. So if you listen to the wrong half, you'll be like, "Whoa, what is this?"
Well, this that looks like one of those 15-minute tapes they used to have at Mother's Music.
At Mother's, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
was
used to
just
go there
going
all
to
the
say, it
time.
looks like the Cato demo.
Yeah, for sure. I used to go there all the time by those. But,
Yeah.
And then they became Lon McQuaid and stopped selling them. It was,
Oh, really?
I mean, I guess times have changed, and maybe I shouldn't
Yeah,
expect
it's kind
tapes
of
to be
hard to
there.
get blank tapes.
Yeah.
Well, times have kind of changed back, so maybe they have them again.
I don't know. I remember when I first went there when it became Lon McQuaid,
Yeah.
expecting to go buy some tapes, and it was gone.
Really? Hey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, bring back Wilco, and we can go
Wilco.
and buy all of the red and black blank tapes.
those are good tapes.
Those are good tapes.
I remember those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the most part, like I find it's like almost works out to be the same price if you dub them as,
get 'em,
as
yeah.
if you just like get them pro dubbed.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you don't have to listen to the same
Yeah.
thing over and over again for
Yeah.
an entire
Yeah,
weekend
and
full of track.
like I want them to sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's a selling feature too, right? Oh, it's a pro dub.
Yeah. Yeah, that's usually what I write on the.
Yeah, just on the
Sales
press,
pitch, yeah.
press release. Yeah. How much are you planning to expand this? I mean, like I know again, it's mostly your bands or bands that you're sort of connected to.
Yeah.
Are you trying to kind of push it more so you get other bands, or are you keeping it within?
I think
the...
I'm kind of like trying to keep it kind of slow. I don't know. I feel like when I'm older,
Yeah.
and I'm like maybe not playing in bands as much anymore. Then yeah, like I like to like still help out and like do younger bands and stuff.
That's
and,
why
like,
I do this.
So I'm
Yeah.
just kind of
Find a
I'm
way
just
to
kind of
still
doing like
contribute, right?
it's kind of like a learning curve for
Yeah,
me
yeah.
right now. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like I would like to put out other bands, but it's like I do have like a limited amount of money.
Sure, yeah.
Of course.
And then
yeah.
when I have my own bands doing stuff, it's like I can't.
Well, what's the
Sometimes I
priority?
can't pay
right?
for everything, you know.
Yeah. And it's just you too. Is like a one man.
Yeah, it's just me.
Yeah,
Which I feel like it'd kind of be more complicated if there's other people because like
right,
kind of bad at like bookkeeping
right.
because I'll sell a tape and then I might go buy a beer.
Just pop
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's the thing when it's just you, right? You put your money into it, so anybody taking out anything should be
Yeah.
you, right?
So I don't really want to like split hairs with people. And stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. At what point did you decide, this is more than just a thing where you release a couple tapes and it's actually now a label? I mean, I know you said you kind of gave it a name to, but
I
you
don't
got
know.
a lot of releases here.
I
right?
felt like it was really a label like once I did an actual record.
Okay.
Because I'm like, oh yeah, now I'm actually a record label. Because
Right.
before I was like, oh yeah, I have a record label kind of thing, but I just have tapes.
Right, so that
Now-
legitimizes it? Then?
Yeah, so that's kind of where I felt like, oh yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm actually doing it now. And then, like, leading up to that record, just doing, like, blog things,
Yeah.
whatever, and then they're, like, mentioning it, so I was like, oh, it's kind of real now.
So now you're on the internet, you're
yeah,
too.
exactly,
Yeah. That's cool.
And, like, mailing out records and whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's I think probably a lot of the extra stuff that people don't consider when they put out their own tapes. Because you could very easily release a tape and just play some shows and sell it at shows, but
Yeah.
obviously when you're trying to make money back on an LP or stuff, you have to do all that
Yeah.
extra shit. That I mean, I guess it's probably easier now with the internet in the
Yeah.
sense that you can just contact people, within seconds. But still, there's probably a lot of work that goes into it. I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's kind of weird how, like, people find it.
Yeah.
Because, like, the other day someone bought a record from, like, Germany, and, like, I don't know how they found it.
Oh, just off the internet. Like,
yeah.
Cool.
Off Bandcamp. So I sent it there, and yeah, it's kind of cool.
That kind of happens now, though, right? You just you stumble upon something and then you find something that they like, and then it's like, oh, cool, this is amazing. And they're from Switzerland or something. And yeah.
Yeah, it was weird too. Like when we were in Disillusion, like we kept getting all these like likes on Facebook, and every one of them was like a Mexican name.
Weird.
And then I was just like, "What is this? Are we getting like spam?"
Yeah,
or something. And then I like messaged one of them. I was like, "Oh, how'd you find this?" And they was just like on Bandcamp or whatever. So
Cool.
I don't
Just
know,
like some big Mexican
cool.
hardcore scene. And,
It's cool with the internet.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
awesome.
I still don't know how they found it, but like just looking through tags, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that gives you, I guess, an opportunity to expand like the audience more, right? Because I mean, this is especially because it's kind of genre specific and it's local and it's tapes. It's kind of a very niche audience within a niche audience, and the internet you can at least expand it more. How many releases do you have in total? Is this all of them here? Or?
Yeah, so I think there's 6 on Possessed Records and then 2 on Little Cowboy.
Okay.
And then like a couple of these are just like before or...
Right. Before you had the name kind of thing?
Yeah. Like this was like the first one I did, and I don't know, it's not the best. Like I don't know. I feel like the site I ordered off got better too, because I think I got them to print the covers and it was like cheaper to not do the spine and stuff.
So you just
I wrote it
wrote
with marker and stuff, but it's like I don't know. So I like print the covers myself usually because they charge lots for it. But
yeah. That's another thing with DIY outfits though, is you can print your own and have something somewhere else press it, and then you just have a night. You got your buddies over or whatever, a couple of drinks, and you just stuff 7 inches or
no kind of stuff. My girlfriend says it's my crafts.
Yeah,
right, exactly. Yeah, cut and fold, and.
But that's like the best part about DIY anything, though, right? Is like just the kind of what you said, the record stuff and parties or whatever. Like,
I said 7-inch stuffing 7 inches.
Yeah, kind of.
It sounds like meters.
That's kind of like one part I really like. It's just like putting it together.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just sit on the floor with a mess and scissors, and you just
sometimes it takes a little while. Like I also for the record, like I cut the lyric sheets myself.
Okay, yeah.
And that took forever.
I bet, yeah. How many did you make of the record?
100.
Yeah, that would take a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's like, I know said it a couple times already, but it's always awesome to see this still being a thing. Like DIY still being a thing, especially because like the internet makes DIY into a different thing because the Bandcamp, right? I mean, you don't have to have physical copies. You could just be straight up putting this on Bandcamp only, and people can just download it to whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of it. There's no label involved. There's no physical release involved. Like
how I always felt about it, and like why I started doing tapes is because like I felt like it kind of didn't exist without like a
With
physical
like- yeah,
tape.
yeah.
They're just like throwing it into the void of the internet.
Yeah.
Because like that's cool, it's on the internet, but it's like forgotten about kind of.
Right. Because it's just out there with 7 million.
Whereas like like I'd like to have the things to like look back on.
You can prove you did something.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So are you? Do you have anything coming up on the label that you've been working on, or?
I don't. Well, Nice Cops has like a 3-song demo out, so I'll probably like maybe make a few tapes for that, and I was thinking about maybe making like some CDs.
Okay.
We'll see. But like I know we're like planning on recording like a full length or something.
Okay, cool.
So I don't know. I'm gonna kind of just take my time with that one.
I guess you're in enough bands that eventually one of them's going to record something.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah,
Probably
and then,
sooner than later.
Yeah.
And then so like basically things that I plan things that I planned coming up are Locked In did a second EP,
Okay.
which I think we just have to finish the vocals, so I'll probably put that out eventually.
Cool.
Maybe do CDs and tapes. I'm thinking of like doing CDs with tapes now, and then I think I might do a cassette for like a Dagger Mouth.
Oh, cool.
Like
okay.
one song by them,
Like a
single.
single?
Yeah, a single.
Nice.
Yeah.
With like the cardboard case and everything too, or
I don't know.
it's like a big hallmark of the single, right?
Maybe I don't know. I haven't really like ironed out the details yet, but
do you get now? I mean, now that you kind of exist in the sense that people can look you up on the internet, they've seen some of your releases, they've seen some of the physical vinyl CDs, tapes, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you get people kind of sending you stuff, asking to put out their music?
yeah, a few things. Yeah, like well, obviously like Burn Your World. Burn Your World was like the first band that asked me, so I was like pretty stoked. So I did that, and I really liked that EP. And then I've had a few kind of random bands, like one band from like Saskatchewan, and I was kind of like, I was like, oh yeah, just show me your stuff, and they never showed me stuff. And then I had some other like band that like, wanted me to press like a record for them, and I was like, oh well, I can't really afford that.
Yeah.
Like, and so
Somebody contacted you and were like, yo, put our music out. And you were like, yeah, what do you sound like? And then they were just like, dead silent.
yeah, it was
It's weird.
oh yeah, they were like, well, they hadn't recorded it yet,
Oh.
but they had some other stuff out, and I don't know what happened. Maybe they broke up, or I was just like, yeah, show me when it's done, because
Yeah.
we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
And then nothing.
Yeah,
Complete radio silence.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
yeah, and then that other band, they were on like Profound Lore Records,
yeah.
but like 10 years ago.
So they hadn't been in the label for a while?
Yeah, so I was like, oh, that's pretty sick. And
Yeah.
then they're actually from Brandon. I won't say who they are. I don't remember their name anyway. but I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And they sounded cool, but they're like, they're older now, so they're not touring or anything. They're just
Right.
in Brandon. So I'm like, well, I'm not gonna really spend that much money on that
Because you're not going to make anything back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which is just, like goes for any label. Like they don't want to really put out your stuff if you're not touring.
Yeah. Because
You're
we're
not
going
going
to
to sell
sell
any
the most
copies.
merch.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Or at least get people to notice you so they go home and they check the website when they've got a few bucks or whatever, right? And then get shit mailed out to them. But,
Right.
Yeah.
It's the future.
Yeah, the
And
future
past.
is happening.
Future and the past combined.
Yeah, the future is today.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I've been getting high all day. I was not prepared for this.
Future is now.
You're
I
not
was taking naps on and off all day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Is that how you get ready for a podcast?
It's my Mondays.
Awesome. So where can people find these? I mean, I was at Music Trader today and I saw a bunch of these
Yeah,
there.
so I got some at Music Trader. I just dropped off some at like Sunrise Records.
Oh, cool.
In
Okay.
Polo Park.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that spot? Is it super dope, or is it just kind of like
I don't know. Like I was
just some place that exists?
No, I work right near the mall,
Yeah.
and I don't drive to work, so my only option to get any kind of records in the daytime is there, because
Right.
there's nothing else around there, right?
Yeah.
So I go there out of necessity, because
Right.
like if I want to look at records or something, that's the only spot I got on my lunch break. And it's fine. It's basically HMV, but with less pop culture shit and more vinyl.
yeah,
Okay.
they had a lot more vinyl.
A lot more vinyl.
So-
They have a absolutely baffling used vinyl section. Have you seen that? There?
I've
I just went in
the
the one time.
Right,
And
it has a used section, and I feel like they got, I don't know this for sure, I haven't worked there or anything, but I feel like someone sold them a lot of records, and they were just like it's a bunch of stuff that no one will buy.
yeah.
It's used stuff that looks like it all came from the same
like
box.
same basement.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's all like records by people you kind of heard of, but they're not good. And they're like, there's nothing. You go to any used record store, they can have a couple things like, oh yeah, this record, or oh yeah, that's a pretty good album. Like I wonder why someone sold that. None of this is that. It's all just I can't even explain it. It's just like weird shit that by people who are sort of names, but no one is ever going to listen to them because it's like, oh, I heard about that guy once, like 20 years ago. and you don't want it.
Are they a large company?
Yeah,
Or is
yeah,
it
they're
an
across Canada.
international thing?
I think
Or
they
a national
bought
thing?
all HMVs.
They bought all the HMVs.
They bought all the
Yeah.
HMVs. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I know. I went in there one time, and records are about $3 more than any other record
Yeah.
store I go to, which I assume is just mall prices.
Yeah, I think so.
I haven't bought a record in a mall, I would say, ever. It seemed all right though. Like they had a lot of things.
They have a
Yeah.
decent jazz section. They have a decent hip hop section, like for vinyl.
Yeah.
Everything else is mixed together though, which is kind of annoying. So like you,
I thought it was cool that they were like putting out local stuff. And
that was
whatever.
cool.
Yeah,
for sure,
that's why
I was kind of
because-
bummed when I went there because they did like consignment.
Yeah,
But most places you take it in, you say what you want to sell it for, and then they mark it up a bit.
yeah.
There, they take half.
Oh wow.
But you just say what you want to sell for, and then they get half. So I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I was
Jesus.
like, oh, well, these records cost me $20 each.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I guess I'll mark it up to $25, and then I get $12. So it's kind of like I'm taking a loss on each one.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
But I guess it's cool to be in the
Well, so
mall.
you get
And,
a
like,
wider
people-
audience, yeah.
People might like.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I just
true.
looked at it that way. But
Yeah.
I was kind of like, oh, 50%. Like, I guess, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that it exists, just because, I mean, I know, like, the kids listen to records differently than I did when I was a teenager, nobody did, but, I mean, I like the idea of a mall record store, because a lot of people, you know,
Yeah.
they're not going to know about Music Trader.
Yeah, there's
or
probably like
music.
a lot of people that like don't even know about local bands.
Exactly, right? And then they
Yeah.
see, like,
Yeah,
your
that's,
record there.
that's
Yeah.
kind of looked at.
So like
But,
the West 49 of the record stores.
And then one other thing that bothered me though is like they wouldn't let me drop off any tapes that I didn't play in. I guess I could have lied.
Yeah.
But they said I had to actually be in the band.
You being the label doesn't make
Yeah, they
sense.
said like couldn't be in a label. They said I had to actually be in the band.
That seems odd.
Yeah, it's kind of like
It's weird.
maybe it depends. Maybe it was just the guy who was working though.
Yeah, or
Might
maybe,
be.
yeah. There's like.
I mean, like I
proof
could have
that
just
you're an
said,
actual
I
label.
could have just said, oh yeah,
You're just selling cassettes. Yeah.
yeah. But I was like, whatever.
Anyway, it's cool that you're
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. It is. It is.
And I don't mean to shit on that store. It's like,
No,
it's,
no,
I'm glad it's there. As
Oh
well.
yeah, and back to the original question.
Yes.
Or you can buy it on Bandcamp or
Right.
any shows they play. Or
And there's a lot of bands here, so
yeah.
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 Do you sell most of them at shows, or are they?
Yeah, shows and like Music Trader and whatever.
Yeah.
Like I plan on dropping off at more record stores, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
You gotta find them
like
first,
into
too.
the music. and-
Yeah,
yeah. Once Music Trader is close to me, so I just like walk there. It's
Right.
easy.
it's also
easy
really
one to
good
go
for
to.
local stuff too. Like,
Yeah.
they've always had a really good section.
I think they're stopped doing consignment though.
Oh, really?
actually. Yeah.
What do they do now instead?
I don't know.
Is there just?
I don't know. Well, I know it was kind of weird. They called me because they like sold out all the Occult Hand CDs
Yeah.
and tapes, and then they asked me to bring more, and then I brought more, and then they were like, "Oh, when did you get that call?" And I was like, "Today," and they're like, "Oh, we're not doing consignment anymore." And then they were like, "Oh, I guess they still took them though."
'Cause they were there
But I
today.
don't know.
I was there
Maybe-
today. They had them.
Maybe
Yeah.
they changed their mind, but I
Yeah.
guess.
Isn't that going to kill kind of locals selling?
Yeah, I was kind of like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's weird."
Yeah, for sure. That's weird.
So I don't know what's up.
Seems
with
an odd
that.
choice. They've been doing consignments forever.
Since
I
it was
like
open.
sold my first zine there.
Did you?
In like the fucking late mid 90s.
What was your
Yeah, I
zine?
don't know.
It
Seems
was
like
called Crap
Oh yeah,
with an exclamation mark. We did exactly one issue.
nice.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I think we printed it for 35 cents and sold it for 55. Yeah, but in 97, 20 cents
It's a pretty big
go
deal.
a long way.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
collect 40 times 20 cents, buy yourself an OE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killing the emptiness of my mind.
How did you kind of figure out the infrastructure of doing this? Because it's one thing to record your music and just put it on a tape, but then kind of the idea of, where to get a print, where to get them, dubbed, where to get things printed, how to do all that. Like, how did you figure that out? As a one-man
I've just been kind of figuring out as I go, I guess. Like, I've always used the same place for tapes.
Okay.
Because there's pretty much only one place in Canada. It's like duplication.ca.
Right, yeah, I've seen that site, yeah.
And, yeah, that's like the main one. And then like from there, I've just kind of like learned how to like make it cheaper for myself.
Okay.
And like by each one, I get a little bit better at it. And then records was kind of like a new experience for me. And then I don't know, I just did my research and stuff. And then we recorded with Jordan Both.
Mm-hmm. Who's been on the show recently too.
Yeah,
actually.
so he actually like, I think he phoned or like he contacted like this, whatever you call it, pressing plant.
Just that he's worked with before. So
yeah, and he kind of like brokered like a discount with them that anything he recorded would get us like a discount printing there. So like he suggested them, so I went with them.
That's awesome.
And it was pretty good. It was like really fast like turnaround. It was probably like 6 weeks.
Oh really?
Because
I always hear that about records, that it takes forever.
Because I gave myself like a good chunk of time because like the Occult 10 record release was in like October.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I started doing it in like May or something, and I had the records by like July.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So like well in advance of this.
Yeah. Which was cool, and then I kind of just sold them here and there like before the release.
Oh yeah,
but,
yeah. That's awesome. That's the only LP right now for the label, and you're kind of going to keep it at that for a bit with the record.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I get it. I mean,
if any of my bands like make a full length, like I'll consider it. But as far as like other people, it's like a pretty hefty investment. So.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense. It was one of your bands too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you? Are any of these bands that you're in, the 1,700 bands you're in, are any of them have anything big coming up in the next few months that you want to plug on the show here?
Trying to think. Elder Abuse has a show in January.
Okay.
January 6th with Bleed American
cool.
and Alone I Walk. Locked In will have a new EP coming out eventually, and I think Hot Sewer's recording soon with Jordan as well.
Cool.
My band Ceilings is going to be recording with Jordan. I don't know. I think that's pretty much it.
Do you make any...
It's the winter.
Yeah, totally, yeah. Do you make any attempt to kind of give the label like an aesthetic? I mean, like a lot of... again, thinking of Dub Ditch, as another local label, if you look at the spines of all their tapes, they're all same font, same everything, and you can kind of immediately recognize them. Even the stickers on the tapes, like, do you do anything like that to try and keep it as like, oh, this is a Possessed release? That people can visually...
I don't know, because I kind of started off just kind of doing whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'd like to try to do that. But like, I mean, right now they kind of have all an aesthetic. Like they're all kind of hand labeled for the most part.
Black and white for the most part too. Eh?
Yeah, like black and white. It feels kind of like a heavy metal.
It is
thing to do.
Yeah, or even just like a punk rock thing too for their cost, right? Like in the hand photocopied kind of.
But I mean, like, not particularly. No.
These two on the other label almost look like they have a...
Yeah. Well, they're like the same guy.
Same guy, right? Yeah.
But yeah, these ones so far like have a good aesthetic. Like I stamped them with like a vintage stamp.
Okay.
So I might try to keep that and like keep the little cowboy thing more concise.
Yeah. So people can recognize it as a little cowboy, yeah.
Maybe make it a little more limited. I don't know. Kind of just...
Well, I definitely get the impression that you're doing it kind of on the fly too, which is cool. But no, I mean, obviously it's successful enough that you have been able to put out all this stuff, so it's a really good start, obviously. Right?
Yeah.
So that's cool. If someone wants to find out more info about the label, what's the best thing to do? Is it Bandcamp? Is that the best spot? Or
Yeah, Bandcamp. I think I got a Facebook page.
Okay. What's the Bandcamp address? Do you know?
Just Possessed Records at bandcamp.com.
Cool. Okay.
And then same with like Little Cowboy Records at bandcamp.com.
Cool. And then as far as the bands you're in, do you want to plug them all again? Or
Yeah, so Elder Abuse, Occultan, Locked In, Hot Sewer, Ceilings, Nice Cops.
I like how you have to actually look at the tapes to figure out which one.
I was appreciating that.
I know there's
as well.
6 going.
How do you even manage the time for the 6 bands, let alone the label on top of that?
Okay, so, yeah, that's an interesting question. So, like, some bands, every band's kind of different. So, usually I have, like, my week and I have, like, set jam days.
Okay.
So, like, Hot Sewer, I'll jam on Mondays. Like, Occultan rents a jam space. So, I'll do that on Tuesdays.
Okay.
And then Ceilings also jams there. So, sometimes I'll cramp them both in one day.
Makes sense.
And sometimes I'll do one on the weekend. And Elder Abuse kind of doesn't really practice.
Yeah, I kind of got the impression from that when I was talking
We
to
kind of
Alex.
just do it on the fly. Sometimes we'll practice, and then like so. Sometimes when that happens, I'll have like a really busy week. And then Nice Cops is kind of jamming bi-weekly.
Okay.
And you gotta make sure I got them all now. Oh yeah, Locked In was kind of jamming regularly on Thursdays, Wednesdays, but then our guitar player actually just moved to Calgary.
Okay.
So now we're kind of on an Elder Abuse schedule.
Right.
So we'll
Practice
just
whenever.
practice when he comes back. Like he's kind of coming back periodically to do like video stuff and
Oh,
whatever.
cool.
So,
Okay.
so we just kind of jam when he comes back.
How do you even remember all the songs? Like, I mean, I've been in one band.
I don't know, like,
There's a question.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I feel like I'll be having like kind of an outer body experience. Like, oh, what band am I right now? But I'll have like just my hands will remember.
Cool.
Like good like muscle memory, and it's like, oh yeah, thank you hands for knowing what's going on.
Yeah. Do you have to like get into like a cult hand mode or something, and then like they sort of come to you, or is it just?
I don't know. Not really. I don't know.
Maybe I just stuck at
Like-
remembering songs.
Like in the summer, I tried doing a thing like for it was my birthday, so I played in 5 bands all at one show.
wow.
I had a birthday show, so that was kind
And
of
that worked. Like you made it through, okay?
Yeah, I made it through. I don't know if I'll do it again, but I always like had the idea of doing it. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna do it this year because I like thought about doing it before and I kind of chickened out.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well, it's a lot. That's a
I was
lot.
like, oh,
Yeah.
people are gonna think I'm a dick. But I don't know. It was pretty fun.
Cool. Where was that show?
It was at Handsome Daughter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't handle it. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could.
No.
I would forget immediately. I'd forget the song like within
I'd
minutes.
just get up the stage and like rip a fart and just be like, I gotta go.
Yeah, it was a good.
I tried,
It was
guys.
a good memory test for sure.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, you should probably get yourself checked out for like
Yeah.
some kind of special super memory skills. But yeah, okay, so people should check out the label, check out the Bandcamp. I know a bunch of this in Music Trader. Is that the only store right now?
Yeah, Music Trader and then Sunrise.
Right,
And
Sunrise,
I
yeah.
think I dropped some off. I dropped some off at like Eat 'em Up.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
a
Yeah,
while
yeah.
ago.
That seems like a good fit too, right? Like,
Yeah.
awesome. And then people, yeah, you can buy them on the Bandcamp and order them that way,
Yeah.
I guess, right? So
And yeah, and I might spread the stores around a bit more
cool.
to get out there.
Cool, awesome. Okay, well, yeah, it's again really happy to see more people doing this because I know everyone. I mean, I tried doing a label once, and then eventually turned into this.
Oh, yeah.
So you know,
I tried doing a label once
Yeah.
and eventually turned into debt.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, so it's,
That seems to happen.
Debt and spindles of CDs. And I just
Debt
like,
and debt
what am
stuff.
I doing with
Yeah.
all these
Yeah, that's another
fucking
thing. Like
CDs?
I have like doing this. I have like talked to some people that I've known that started labels and kind
Yeah.
of gotten some insights and stuff. And then
like what not to do kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit, and then just ask some questions, and then too like Elder Abuse is on a couple labels. So like the
Yeah.
guy from State of Mind was pretty chill, and he told me if I ever have any questions, I can ask him.
Cool,
and stuff. And so people have been helpful.
Well, you need that, I think, too. If you start
Yeah.
from sort
Yeah.
of from nothing, right? Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause people think it's cool and they want to help you and
Cool.
support. So
Awesome, yeah. So people listening, I mean, you should support this. As we always kind of try to encourage is anything DIY in Winnipeg. You
Yeah.
kind of want to go for it, right? If you want to hear more episodes of this show, go to witchpolice.com. At this point, there'll be well over 260 episodes. You can get them all for free, streaming and download whenever you want. The archive is there forever. And you can hear us on Sundays on UMFM at midnight. And what do you call it? The Meth Hour?
Yeah, the meth hour.
The Meth Hour. If you're up with the Meth Hour, turn
Crank
on
weekends and meth hours.
Right. Turn on UFM and check out the show. And you got anything to plug?
No, I got nothing to plug.
Nothing going on?
No, nothing.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, we're good. Thanks a lot for having us.
yeah, thank you for having me on.
Yeah.